we doing? Welcome back to the Young Fan Podcast. Hopefully everything is okay. I'm going to make sure we're all okay. But welcome back to the Young Fan Podcast. And what an equaliser for Oxford United, and what a game. What a match of football we've just witnessed. Oxford United have scraped somehow a draw out of this game. We created a lot of chances again near the end, but this time, unlike the game against Portsmouth, those final chances that we created turned into a goal, and we come away with at least something. Please do say hello in the chat as well, and do let me know your thoughts on the game, and of course do let me know if the stream is running okay. Hopefully there's no lag, hopefully we're all fine, but please do give your thoughts in down below as well. I think from what I'm seeing really quickly, I'm pretty sure everything is okay. I'm going to quickly turn the lighting down just a little bit. But what a game for Oxford United in the end, because we come out of this with a point, and it was a point that in the end, now we go, now we look at the season coming up, and we look at the games coming up. We've got some very, very important games, some very, very difficult games coming up. A point today is just absolutely massive. A point today is so big, and I think we've just got to be honest with each other and say, we didn't play great today. We probably should have been much better. We were pretty poor against an MK Dons team that weren't fantastic, but at the end of the day, at least we got something out of it, and at least we drew the game. So I think that's the main thing, and I think that's probably what we'll take out of it, to be honest. That's the main thing. Please do let me know in the chat as well if everything's okay with the stream. Make sure everything's all right. But no, really difficult for Oxford United today. Really difficult. But we got out of it. We got out of today's game with a draw, and I was very happy about that. I'm seeing there's a little bit of lag. Hopefully that sort of settles down a little bit. I'm not quite sure why that is the case. But no, difficult really, isn't it? Really difficult. We came out of today doing playing pretty well at times, but not for enough of the game. Which is the thing. So no, I was happy, generally quite happy to come away with something, because we weren't great for 90 minutes, but we create these chances late on in the game, and thankfully we're coming away with something like a point, which is really important. Please do give me your thoughts as well. We've got 2 people in the chat right now. Please do give your thoughts on the game. I'll be intrigued to see what you people think, and leave a like as well. Which is really important. Please do give your thoughts as well. We've got 2 people in the chat right now. Please do give your thoughts. Just making sure everything's okay. But no, we came out today and we did a good job. So we're going to go through everything as the game goes. We're going to go through sort of everything as the as the game continues and as the game goes through. But so I think we can come out of this and say that we're quite positive about it. But there are a few players today I don't think played as well as I think they can. There's a few players today I wasn't too impressed with. There's a few players today that I don't think were as good as I think they could have been. I think Adji did really well when he came on. Unlucky not to score. No, Adji was good, and it was good to see Adji back into the team, and it was good to see Adji back into the squad. But Paul, welcome to the stream, mate. Paul, do let me know if the stream's okay, if it's holding up everything okay, the audio's okay, and the video quality and all that is okay. Please do let me know. But I think you're straight on there with a great point about that. I think Adji did play very well today, and when he came on, I think he was quite unlucky not to score. He had 2 chances, and the first one was a little bit more difficult than the second one. The second one was a header I think probably should have gone into the back of the net, but at the end of the day, it's a chance that we now look back on and go, that could have been a winning chance. Now we did get that equaliser in the end, but I think today the main thing is I think we did see an improved performance from Portsmouth. I said that in the video. I said the podcast episode before that. I said that the Portsmouth game, we didn't look very good at all. Paul says all good, mate. Thank you very much for letting me know. I was worrying there to make sure, as you can tell, at the start I was stumbling quite a lot because I was hoping the stream was holding up okay. But you say it's all good, and that's the main thing. But yeah, the promotion, I believe, in my opinion, I think it's still on. It's difficult, isn't it? It's difficult to say. Kaja says couldn't watch it, but it was tense because it was so tense. But it was so tense, mate. At the end, it was very difficult to watch because it was just so frustrating. I think that's the most important thing. It was so frustrating to watch at times. But we've now come out of this and we're like, at least we've got something. And it does feel like we've won the game. Even though we haven't won the game and it isn't 3 points and it's just the one, it does feel like more than that. And it feels like, it does almost feel like a win. And it probably shouldn't feel like a win because we should have won the game, really. And it's quite disappointing now that we couldn't go on and win the game. But we can't be, I guess, too over the top. We've just got to be honest and say, well, at least at the end of the day, we got something out of this game. We're not coming on here to moan and say that, we were poor again, we're so frustrating, promotion's over. We're coming on today and saying, well, we weren't great for 90 minutes, but we were much improved from Portsmouth, and we got the point today that could be extremely important. And to score it in the 90 plus 7th minute as well is unbelievable, man. The way that we played... and you could tell the celebrations at the end, the relief. It was relief more than anything because we're not scoring enough goals. And yeah, there are players in this team. We all know there's players at the moment in this team that are struggling, and there's players struggling for confidence and struggling for form. But at the end of the day, with all that said and done, getting a point today is so important. And I'm happy that we've done that. I'm happy that we can come away today and say that we did get something from this game, and I'm happy to come away from it today saying that I can live the rest of my weekend really with a little bit more a bit happier about it. And I'm sure as fans and other people as well can agree, like it's much better. And MK Dons as well, they have some great players, and whether you watch the game or not, please watch out for Harry Darling. All right, this man. And they've got a Man United player on loan. I'm pretty sure it's Ethan Laird as well. He looks an absolute player. They've got the goalie Fisher as well, who definitely should have been sent off, by the way. That referee's a joke. But no, they had some really good players. I said Harry Darling was going to be a man to watch out for in my Every League One Best Player So Far This Season podcast. If you haven't watched that, do check that out, because I mentioned it then and I saw him in the flesh playing today. And he is outstanding. He makes this level look like it's just something different. He plays out of his skin, and he played out of his skin once again today. Paul Grove says, I think their keeper should have got a red card towards the end. Not sure how it wasn't. It was last man. I do not understand. And to be honest with you, I'd love to have the referee come on this podcast or just come out and speak out about why that is not a red card. He's last man. If he doesn't get tackled, if Adji doesn't get hacked down by that goalkeeper, it's a goal. He taps it in. So the fact that they didn't give that as a red card baffles me and frustrates me. It really does frustrate me, because they're against fine margins that at the end of the day could cost us and could cost the season. I'm just going to quickly turn the light down. I feel like my face is a bit too bright, but no, those are the times where anything, games like this can change, and anything. That's when anything could change, and that's when we could tap that into the back of the net, and we're coming away from this going, we win the game, we could even go on and have much more of a chance of winning that game if that happens. And those decisions are today, and some of the decisions by the referee. I saw somebody that was doing the commentary. I'm not going to say too much because if you know. Well, I'm not going to go too much into detail about the commentary, but it wasn't the person. It was a commentator. That was with the main commentary man, Jerome Sales, and I don't know too much about him, but I think, and it wasn't just him as well. I've seen a lot of people online saying that the referee had a good game today. I don't think the referee had a good game at all today. To be honest with you, I really don't think the referee had a good game. I thought he was really poor. I actually thought that MK Dons really did get the majority of decisions, because that referee was all over MK Dons. I was waiting for him to celebrate when they scored their goal that was completely too easy to go in the back of the net. I was waiting for them to that referee to take off his shirt and reveal the MK Don shirt, because that referee was more biased than you'll ever see. This man was way too biased for my liking. He gave us a few decisions here and there, but I think that was really just to sort of equal it out. There were some really dodgy decisions, and that red card, like Paul Groves has just said there, is absolutely ridiculous. And how that hasn't been given as a red card, I honestly will never know. But no, I think at the end of the day, I think we just got to come away from this today and just be relieved, I think, and be relieved that we come away with something. And that's all you can be, really, isn't it? You've just got to come away from it and go, we've come out of this today with a point. It's not 3 points. It's not what we really wanted today. And I said it was going to be a must-win. I said it is a must-win, and I still believe that it should have been a must-win. But one of those games where you would die for anything because you're that desperate at points in the game. And when you get a point, it feels like a win. That was us today. It was one of those where I don't really care now what it is, because I said before the game, and I said all the way up till the 80th minute pretty much, this is a must-win game. And then when it got to the 80th minute, I was like, well, realistically, we're not going to, we're either going to get nothing out of this game, or we're, and we're all going to be coming on here. I've got to go and do a podcast, and I've got to, make myself as sort of as happy as I possibly can be, but, not really, but sort of not be too negative about it when really losing today would have been awful, and promotion, I think, and playoffs hopes would definitely be killed if we got nothing from today's game. But because we did, I feel so much happier, and I feel so much more I feel like, I think we can all sort of go away from this in a good mood, and I think, even though it's not the points like we said, it's something, and I think that's the most important thing. But please do give your thoughts on the game, please, in the comments and the live chat down below, because I'll be intrigued to see what you people think. Paul Groves has already given his thoughts, and so has Kasha as well. I'll be intrigued to see. I'll be reading all of your thoughts out as per usual, and we'll discuss them like we do on the podcast. We just do that. That's what we do on the Unfun podcast, and I really would appreciate it if you could give your thoughts as well. That's the main thing. We're really trying to sort of come away from this season, and I think games like that today are going to be really, really important. I think that's the main thing. That who knows what that goal is going to mean for Oxford United? You know what I mean? Who knows what that goal is going to be mean for Oxford? As we go into the season, we've got 4 people right now in the chat. Please do leave a like and give your thoughts on the game as well. But that Elliott Lee goal in the 7th minute of injury time. Who really knows what that goal is going to mean for Oxford United? Is that what is that going to mean? Is that going to be a goal where we look back on today and go, that was the goal, and that was the change in everyone's, perceptions on this season. That was the change this season when we went, we got something out of the game today. We got something, even though it was just a point, and that's going to push us on now with the confidence that we can put the ball into the back of the net and things can change and our fortunes can change. And I really hope that is the case, because, we felt like for so long, this is now, I think it's 3 games without scoring a goal, and today we finally got the goal in the back of the net. Yes, there's some players, I think, and Shadipo being one, Taylor really looks like they're really struggling for confidence. But at the end of the day, Elliott Lee was the man that did it, and Elliott Lee is the man that came in January and has been so, I'd say he's been very, very good since he's come in. And today, that header to equalise the game was more, I didn't go mental about it, but it was sort of that inside feeling of relief more than anything, because it was like we actually can get the ball into the back of the net, and we actually can feel like we're going to live the rest of this weekend with a little bit more positivity. And we're not out of this race, and like Carl Robinson keeps saying, we're in the race. Now, one thing I would say about Carl Robinson still is that he needs to make some decisions quicker. Aji and Winner as well, he's played 6 minutes and he's had to come off today. I thought that was really, really disappointing for him and really frustrating for us, because it is a wasted substitute. I know he can't help getting injured, but it is a wasted substitute, and it is quite frustrating. But what can you do? But Carl Robinson was a little bit slow on decisions today, it's got to be said, but at the end of the day, he did make those decisions, and it did sort of liven the game up a little bit. But Elliott Lee, the man that played the full 90 minutes, was the man that changed it. Tom Merrill says, Super Elliott Lee. It is. Super Elliott Lee. What a man he is, and he's absolutely fantastic. I thought he was fantastic today. It's got to be honest. I think he was very, very good today. He looked lively playing that more attacking midfield role. You can see on the screen we went with a different formation. We played with the 4-2-3-1, which was good. We played something a little bit different, and I think it worked quite well, sort of having that attacking midfielder play. Sort of in that free roam position, sort of creating things between that number 9, I think was good. That goal pushed us from 12th to 9th. It did, mate. It did. It does put us in that. It does put us in that position now where we can, only really look up, which is the most important thing. And it is now. It is about that, isn't it? It's about looking up in the league table. It's about looking as to where we can go. And hopefully today it can be that. Hopefully today that was the goal that can change everything. Anyway, everybody, I think that's where we're going to wrap it up. Thank you, everybody, that's been in the live chat. Not an extremely long one, but one that is should certainly relief. If you've got any more things to say, please do get it in the comments down below. Hopefully the stream was okay. A very, very crucial goal, Tom. It certainly was. It was crucial. It was so important. And who knows what that goal can mean. Got some really exciting stuff coming up as well, not just on the podcast as well. I'm actually, if you didn't know me, you don't follow the Instagram page, definitely do follow the Instagram page. This time next week, there won't be a match reaction for this huge game against Hull, obviously next week, because I am going on BBC Radio Oxford's live radio show called Wasn't at the Game. I'm going on as a guest next week, so I'm very, very excited to be doing that. So yeah, definitely tune into that if you're available, because this won't be happening next week. It might happen, but it might be a little bit later or the next day, because I am going on there. So I'm looking forward to doing that. We're still in the playoff race, but if we don't win against Peter, we have to in the next few. Yeah, I think you're spot on there, Paul. These next few games are difficult, but very, very important, and I'm looking forward to them. But I'm nervous for them because they mean a lot for this season, and I'm really, really excited to see where it takes us. Could this be the change of our season? This goal today is a big, big, big equaliser. And it could change our season 110%. Anyway, thank you everybody that's tuned in to the stream and tuned into the podcast live episode today. I'll see you sometime next week as well. I have got an episode of the podcast I am still trying to get out, and I've obviously got a few things coming up off the podcast as well, coming out next week as well, obviously the week today. So I'm really excited for that. And hopefully you enjoyed the stream and the podcast episode today. I've been Jack. This has been the Young Fan Podcast, and I'll see you in a bit. Have a really good rest of your weekend, people. See you later.